Welcome to Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Everybody, it is time for Genomes Baseball. Genomes hosting the High Point Rockers for the third game in the three-game series, but it has been all High Point. Over the last 10 games, the High Point Rockers, 10 games ago, had a 1.5-game lead in the wild card race with the Genomes hot on their tail. But over the last 10 games, the Rockers have gone 9-1, and the Genomes have gone 3-7. So baseball may be in their DNA and blood may be in their winning, but they haven't been able to pull out the games here at the tail end of the season the way they've needed to. However, stranger things have happened. That's why we say that phrase, right? Stranger things have happened. So with now just 7 games left in the season for the Genomes, and I believe it's 7 including tonight, seven games left in the season for the Genomes. And, well, make it 8 games because they have a 4-game series with the Legends. So a 4-game series plus a 3-game series and then today. So 8 games left for the Genomes. If they can pull off a miracle and win those, and the Rockers somehow go on a losing streak, that's the only scenario where the Genomes or the Legends get into the playoffs, and the Genomes have the better chance of the two. But either way, we're going to play baseball, folks. One thing that has not dropped as the season has gone on, the Genomes' chances of making the playoffs may have dropped, but the effort from these players in the Genomes uniforms have not. These players have been playing hard from the get-go. They still are playing hard, and they are ready to come out, play hard today, and get the W. As you see down there at the end, Johns is warming up. Some of the players stretching, getting their sprinting in, and they are ready to go here at Wild Hill Field. I'm Steve Tressler, and the Genomes will host the Rockers here in Game 3.
This is a little bouncer, going to be a tough play.
We're doing a quick recap. Boy, what a day in sports yesterday. Genomes took a 14-2 loss on the chin from the Rockers yesterday, as the Rockers did just that. They rocked the Genome, 14 runs, 17 hits. What's interesting about it, though, is the Genomes had 12 hits of their own, but they were only able to get 2 runs across the plate. And the game is not about who hits the most, it's who scores the most, like every other game, right? The Genome's not able to put as many runs on the board, and the stat line that counts, the final score, looked a lot worse than it may have seemed here at the game because the Genomes were hitting the ball, right? 2 runs, 12 hits, compared to 14 and 17 hits. But that is the final score, 14-2, and they're going to see if they can stop these Rockers from sweeping them today, because the Gastonia Honey Hunters came in here. They took a 3-game sweep of the Genomes on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The Rockers have been here Friday and Saturday, and now today, Sunday. They've won 2 of the first 2 games. Now they're looking to sweep the Genomes again. Are the Genomes going to get swept a second series in a row? That's the question. And I don't normally do predictions, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think it's going to happen. I think 5 games in a row here at home, they've lost. I think they're going to be a little fed up with it. They're going to be a little tired, and they're going to bring out their best effort and put their best foot forward and get the W here today. Huge night in sports as well. Here in Lexington, Kentucky, of course, the big news is the University of Kentucky beat the Florida Gators last night, 26-16. What's interesting about that game, Hugh, and I didn't think about it, is Florida didn't score in the second half. I didn't realize that until today. But Florida, they put 16 points up. The last 2 points they scored was actually when Kentucky snapped the ball and they had to kick it out of the back of the end zone for a safety. So big win for them. Also, Eastern Kentucky University with a huge win. Eastern Kentucky is an FCS school, and they went on the road to Bowling Green and beat an FBS school, which is huge as well. So that was a big win for Eastern Kentucky University as well. Bowling Green, Ohio. That's right. And so the Bowling Green Falcons not able to get the win. That game went into 7. Let me say that again. That game went into 7 overtimes, folks. Huge, huge upset there. A lot of people don't understand how big of an upset that truly is, but it is a huge upset. The rest of the Southeastern Conference looked like this. Alabama, 2019 winner over Texas. That game was a lot closer than people thought, and it looks like Georgia may be the new number 1 because Texas, unranked, takes Bama down to the wire. Arkansas over South Carolina, 44-30. Wake Forest, 45-25 over Vandy. Kansas State beat Missouri, 40-12. Appalachian State beat number 6 Texas A&M. That was a huge upset. Appalachian State over Texas A&M, number 6 ranked. The Aggies stunned at home by the team that upset Michigan in 07. Tennessee able to get out of Pitt with a win, 34-27. It did go to overtime. The Samford Bulldogs hung in there with the Georgia Bulldogs for a while. They still lost, though, 30-0. Ole Miss put it on Central Arkansas, 59-3. Auburn a winner over San Jose State, but it was a tough game, 24-16. LSU huge over Southern, and that may help with Brian Kelly's love affair with LSU. They didn't like him from the get-go, and now hopefully that win will tamper some of those feelings, but we'll see. Mississippi State 39-17 over Arizona in the late game last night. Kentucky, of course, 26-16. But we're not here to talk football. We're here to talk baseball, and especially Genomes baseball. So let's talk baseball. Looking at the standings right now in that wild card race, Southern Maryland won the first half in their division, in the North Division. The South champion was Gastonia. So they are both in the playoffs already. Now, High Point is trying to get into the playoffs, and it looks good for them. They are a 1.5 game ahead of Lancaster. However, Lancaster looks like they're going to win the South Division anyway and make it – wait a minute, North Division? Yeah, North Division anyway, so they're going to make the playoffs regardless. That is the window that opened for the Genomes, who are 6.5 games back. The only way they can make the playoffs now is if they win from here to the end of the season and the Rockers lose every game from here to the end of the season. And it starts today. Can it happen? Absolutely. Will it happen? Probably. No, not probably. But could it? Yeah, maybe. So you never know. That's why we say stranger things have happened, and that's why that's a saying, right? The Legends, the second half of the season, looks so much better than they did the first half of the season. Their last 10 games, they are 6-4. They've got a winning record in the second half. That abysmal first half is what really buried their chances this year. But knowing P.J. Phillips, he'll get things together, and they'll have a better season next year. So, folks, we are ready for the Genomes and the Rockers here in Lexington. Officials will be out here in just a moment. We'll give you the names and where they're going to be at. Apparently, Darnell Ray is going to be the home plate umpire. Major League Baseball votes today on those rules changes. They passed the one committee. Today is the big committee, right? This is the full baseball, the MLB committee that will vote on it. One of those rule changes that everybody expects to go into effect is the timing for the pitchers. So if there's nobody on base, the pitcher has 15 seconds to throw a pitch. If there is somebody on base, the pitcher has 20 seconds to throw a pitch. And I think that's a fantastic change to the rules. I don't know that if you've ever seen Adam Wainwright pitch. Have you ever seen him pitch, Hugh Davis, Ashley? Adam Wainwright pitches fast. He pitches, he gets the ball back, he looks right back in, and he pitches again. I have yet to meet the person who goes to a baseball game and goes, oh, well, that was just too fast for me. The pace is just too much. They got to slow down. I haven't met that person yet, and I think that person is probably not out there. I don't know that we're ever going to hear that from somebody. And now with a pitch clock coming in, I think that'll certainly speed things up, and that'll be a huge help. And here Judith Drake is zooming in on our umpiring crew. It does look like Darnell Ray has got the home plate gear on right there. That looks to be Bob Howard in the middle. Am I right? Is that Bob? Yes. And look to your left there, Hugh Davis. Look to your left, Hugh. And who is that with him? Is that Morton? I think so. And what's his? Is it Daryl Morton Jr.? Is that right? Yep, Daryl Morton. So Daryl Morton, maybe at third base, Bob Howard at first, or vice versa, but that's definitely Darnell Ray behind the plate. Folks, thanks for joining us. We are just minutes away from first pitch, and that will happen here momentarily. As you can see, the players out here warming up, and the Genomes and Rockers getting ready for baseball. We'll give you the starting lineups, then we'll take a break and come back with the first pitch and the national anthem. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Good to see everybody's smiling face. First, at third base, batting first for the Rockers, number 4, Michael Russell. Let's see. Well, that camera, is that camera? Which one am I looking at there, Judith? Oh, the third base side. Okay, that one. There we go. There we go. All right, so starting lineups. First for the Rockers, batting first, playing third base is number 4, Michael Russell. Batting second, the center fielder, number 14, Ben Aklinski. Batting third at third base, number 28, Jerry Downs. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 40, Xander Wheel. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 22, Quincy Lattimore. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 23, Roldani Baldwin. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 9, Tyler Ladendorf. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 19, Michael Martinez. Batting ninth and catching, number 30, Logan Moore. There's your umpiring crew. Third base, Darryl Morton Jr., first base, Bob Howard, Darnell Ray, and the managers exchanging lineup cards as we speak. On the bump for the Rockers, Neil Uscali, the right-handed pitcher. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'll get that for you here in just a minute. Now the starting lineup for your Genomes. Batting first, the third baseman, number 9, Luke Becker. I was able to actually talk to Luke the other night and meet him face-to-face for the first time, and his mother and father were in town. And I'll tell you what wonderful parents Luke Becker has. You can see that he was definitely raised right, and his parents here giving him all the support he needed, and it was great to meet them, and got to speak with Gavin Johns as well. And what a kind young gentleman that kid is. I'm so happy to finally have met him, and I think both of those guys are great ball players, and they've got a huge future ahead of them. But the starting lineup, batting first, third base, number 9, Luke Becker. Batting second, the left fielder, number 34, Chris Shaw. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 3, Chris Davis. That can't be right. Number 8, I think. Batting fourth, second baseman, number 10, Olmo Rosario. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 20, Moises Sierra. Batting sixth, first baseman, number 36, Samir Dueñez. Batting seventh, playing center field, number 12, Felix P.A. Batting eighth and catching, number 16, Austin Rye. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 4, Gavin Johns. And on the bump for the Genomes and pitching today, number 21, the left-hander, 6'6", Ryan Kellogg. So we are minutes away from first pitch, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for Genomes Baseball. We're going to have the national anthem and then first pitch, and we'll be right back here in Lexington, Kentucky from Wild Health Field for Genomes Baseball on this Sunday afternoon, a baseball afternoon. We'll be right back, everybody. It is 77 degrees and overcast here in Lexington, Kentucky at Wild Hill Field, everybody. Welcome for Genomes Baseball. I am Steve Tressler, and we are ready for first pitch. It is Sunday, September 11th, 2022. And before we start, I just want to say that my thoughts and prayers are with everyone who was affected by the terrorist attacks 21 years ago today on Tuesday that morning. I will never forget that. That changed the course of my life and many of my family's lives, like so many others. And I just want to say, as somebody who served in the military for 24 years and retired, thank you to all the service members around the world, those who have served and those who are serving now. Thank you for everything. And to our first responders. First pitch here, Ryan Kellogg pitches, and Russell hits it deep left field, gone 1-0. Rockers. Just like that, and the Rockers are on the board again. First pitch from Kellogg's hand is hit out of here for a home run. And, boy, I tell you what, the Rockers are playing some of the best baseball I've seen from a team. First pitch here, Ryan Kellogg at this point pitches, and Russell hits unreal. It. Russell, deep left field, who is not a home run hitter. That was home run number 8 of the season. But what a way for them to get off to a start here. First pitch, 1-0. The games between the Rockers and the Honey Hunters, if they end up playing or if they don't, or if whoever the Rockers play, they're in for it because these guys are pitching well, they're hitting well, they're everything about their game right now is where you would want it to be if you're the manager of the Rockers. They are doing everything they're supposed to be doing at this point in the season. And I think that's certainly a mark of a good manager. Jamie Keefe, the manager there, and Frank Viola, the former pitcher in the big leagues, has got those guys playing so well. Albert Gonzalez, of course, the bench coach. Here's the 1-2 from Kellogg, and swing and a miss there. He recovers nicely after that home run he gave up to Russell just now, and there's one out. To Ben Aklinski. Aklinski, of course, the former Lexington legend, so he strikes out a former teammate there. But at this point, I think that the Genomes will take it. I want to say that Kellogg was a legend at one point. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Jerry Downs coming up. Downs, 22 home runs. He's had one in this series as well. 309 batting average in that number 3 spot. We've seen him in the DH role today. He's at third base. It is 1-0 here, top of the first, if you're just joining us. Thanks for joining us, everybody, for Genomes Baseball here on YouTube Live on the Genomes Baseball Network, which happens to be the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. And the 2-1 rip foul, and now 2 balls, 2 strikes. You can see the shift is on there for the Legends, or excuse me, for the Genomes. And what's interesting is that's one of the Major League Baseball rule changes coming into effect is the shift along with the pitch clock, right? So the pitchers are going to have 15 seconds between pitches unless there's a runner on base. They're allowed an extra 5 seconds. That one fouled off as well. It's 2-2. So next year it'll be pitch after pitch after pitch, and that will speed the game up considerably, especially in the Atlantic League. I mean, I don't think we've had a game under 3 hours and 15 minutes this year. If we have, there's only been 1 or 2. And that pitch there, 87 miles an hour, hit into left field for a base hit, as the shift actually did a disservice to him that time because nobody was in that spot, which normally that's where the shortstop would be standing. So a 1-0 lead, 1 out, but a runner on board for the Rockers now. And stepping in here is their home run hitter, Xander Wheel. 29 home runs, 92 RBIs. He's creeping closer and closer to 100 RBIs for the season there. That first pitch misses, ball 1. Courtney Hawkins, far and away, is leading the Atlantic League in home runs. And his RBI numbers, I believe, are tops as well at this point. Here's the double play ball. Johns over to second, over to first, and they get him, and that will end the inning. But the Rockers do what they needed to, and that's put some runs on the board. They got 1 run this time, And we'll be back with more Genomes baseball as they're coming up to bat right here from Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Welcome back to Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky, folks. Another big reason today is important for many people is it's the start of the NFL season, and we would be remiss if we didn't say we were paying attention as well. Bengals 6-point favorite today, down 17-3 to the Steelers in that game in the second quarter. 49ers lead the Bears in the second, 7-0. Dolphins 10, Patriots nothing. Eagles and Lions tied at 7. Browns 7, Panthers nothing. The Washington Commanders playing the Jaguars today. The Commanders leading 14-3 over the Jags. Of course, my Las Vegas Raiders will be playing today at 4:30. If you would like to pick an NFL team, we will welcome you to Raider Nation. And if you want to pick a baseball team, we'll welcome you to the Genome Nation and the Lexington Legend Nation. How about that? And now the Genomes coming up to bat. Here's Luke Becker, and hopefully he can get things going for the Genomes. He was responsible for both runs that scored yesterday with a 2-run blast, and that was home run number 21 of the season. He's hit 2 home runs in this series and has been a huge contributor all season long offensively for this team. Swing and a miss here, and quickly Becker behind 0-2 here. Very fortunate to meet his parents the other night. He's got some wonderful parents, and you can see where his good looks and his good manners come from. Wonderful people to talk to, and of course, big supporters of Luke and all his friends on the team. I pitch inside. 1-2 strikes. Becker played at the University of Kentucky. Then he played in I believe, the Frontier League, played for a team in Chicago, is what I understand. Because on his MILB, you see there's a gap of like 3 years. Swing and a miss there. So Becker strikes out. Neil Uscali gets the strikeout, and that's out number 1. But you see there's a gap on his MILB where it goes from 2019 to this year, to 2022. So I don't know why that Frontier League stuff wasn't in there, but maybe there's a reason. Because Major League Baseball, although they will report other leagues, even in different countries, I'm surprised that his work there wasn't in that. And now Chris Shaw steps in. First pitch to him fouled off. Scally getting ahead of the counts every time here. That first pitch there. 84 miles an hour. Both of these pitchers, I don't think either one of them throw in the 90s with a fastball. I think it's the upper 80s. Neil Scally, 6'2", 205. That pitch there right down the middle, strike 2. And that was 85 miles an hour. He was born in Westlake Village, California. And here in the Atlantic League, this is the highest level he's played at. Here's the 0-2. And swing and a miss by Shaw. Back-to-back strikeouts. And Neil Uscali's looking pretty good here so far for the Rockers. And that's what I'm talking about. I mean, these guys, that pitch there was 76. Some movement on that pitch. I mean, Becker's a good hitter. Shaw's a good hitter. And for those guys to both go down right there, it tells you that there's some thinking going on up on that mound today. He's not just throwing fastball. And you can't with these guys because they'll hit it. And here's Chris Davis. First pitch to him in there for strike one. That was only 79 miles an hour. Davis, 16 homers, 43 RBIs, 266 average since joining the Genomes. Here's the 0-1. That pitch is low. 1-1 strike. It is Grandparents' Day here at the ballpark, folks. So come on out and bring Grandma and Grandpa. United Healthcare has got some booths set up, and they are signing up people for Medicaid and Medicare if you need it. There's plenty of giveaways going on with them as well, so you get all kinds of freebies if you visit the table. And it's a great time to come to the ballpark. It's overcast today. Maybe get a little rain, maybe not, but you know what? It's nice and cool. It's not hot out. It's a perfect day. A breeze is blowing out towards left field. Here's the 2-1. That one hit by Davis hard, and it's going to sail foul, it looks like, over to the Mattress Overstock Warehouse and bounce off of there. Friday night was jersey giveaway, and that was cool because everybody got a number 21 jersey, and that's Ryan Kellogg, who's on the mound today. And that was cool because I thought we were going to give out a bunch of, 41s, for Scrappy, but when I saw the 21, I thought, man, that's going to be cool. This ball ripped down the line by Chris Davis, and that's good to see. He was due for a big hit, and that's going to be extra bases for the former Milwaukee Brewer and Oakland A. And that's a double here in the bottom of the first with 2 outs, and that is a welcome sign for the Genomes from Chris Davis. Stand-up double, and now Olmo Rosario coming to the plate, the second baseman, with a runner in scoring position, and the Genomes have an opportunity here to tie things up. But will they? We'll see. Olmo Rosario, lots of experience. That pitch outside, ball 1. Rosario, 125 average. He just signed on, so not a huge sample size to really judge him on. And he hits this one hard, and it's going to sail foul as well. 1-1 strike. Rockers got 1 run on 2 hits in the first inning. Here's the 1-1. Scully from the stretch. Checks Davis, now fires. And that one hits straight away. Right field, is it going to drop? It does. And that should bring Davis in. He rounds third. He comes in to score. And Rosario safe at first. And the Genomes tie it up here early, 1-1. A little bloop single to right is all it took. Davis was around third before the ball hit the ground. It's 2 outs, run on anything, right? That's the rule. And the Genomes are tied up with the Rockers. So the Genomes a little fed up with losing 5 in a row, I'm sure. People forget these guys are competitors. It doesn't matter if you're not in first place, or it doesn't matter even for the Legends right now, who have I don't even think they have a chance to make the playoffs now. They're still going to be competing. I mean, they've won the last 3 championships. They're not used to not being in the championship race. So think of how those players on the Legends feel. They've never been in a position like this in the last 4 or 5 years. Genomes, this is their first season of playing baseball in the Atlantic League and their first season in existence. 1-1 strike here to Moises Sierra. But one thing that is common amongst all these guys is they're athletes. They're elite athletes, and they're competitors. It doesn't matter what they're playing. They don't want to lose. And you can see that in their spirit right now. Swing and a miss there. 1-2 strikes. And the manager for the Genomes, Mark Minikazi, as Ashley Grigsby just pointed out, he was in the playoffs last year. He had the Rockers there. Or he had the Dirty Birds in the playoffs, excuse me. 2-2 strikes to Moises Sierra. A .289 batter on the season. That's a good number at this point in the season with it rounding out the year, close to 300, 7 home runs, 40 RBIs. Here's the 2-2. And he hits that one hard to left field. Going back to the warning track, gone! A 2-run blast by Moises Sierra. And the Genomes lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the first. Home run number 8. And RBI 41 and 42 for Moises Sierra. That is a welcome sight. The former Washington National, Toronto Blue Jay, and Chicago White Sox sends that one over the left field wall. And the pride of the Dominican Republic brings in 2 for the Genomes, and it's 3-1. And that was a welcome and unexpected blast because with back-to-back strikeouts, I thought we were in for a quick inning. But then Chris Davis doubled. Rosario singled and brought Davis in. Sierra comes up and hits a 2-run shot that brings him and Rosario in. That pitch inside, 1-1 here to Samir Dueñez, who's at first base today, or excuse me, at right field today. No, he is at first base, excuse me. Right field, Sierra. Writing down the numbers as we go here, so I'm trying to talk and read and write, and I'm a C student, and it's tough. This one chopped foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Samir Dueñez does have power as well. He's got 7 home runs on the year, just like Sierra used to have a minute ago. 1-2. Nobody on now. 3-1. Genomes lead. And that one popped up into the sky, and he'll stay at 1-2 there. Scully looks in. California native, the right-hander. He's ready. He kicks. He fires. And the 1-2 ripped to first and picked up by the first baseman. He'll touch the bag, and that'll end the inning. But the Genomes, 3 runs on 3 hits, and they lead here for the first time in this series. They've got a lead. 3-1. We're headed to the second. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Stay with us for more Genomes baseball right after this. Welcome back. Top of the second here. Genomes take a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the first. First pitch here outside, ball 1 from Kellogg. So giving Kellogg some run support after he gave up a home run to Russell. The first pitch of the game, Russell sent to left field over the wall near the crush zone, and that gave the Rockers a 1-0 head start. But for the first time in this series, the Genomes now have the lead, 3-1. Quincy Lattimore at the plate, 2-0. And he hits that one, and that might be gone, folks. And it is. As Quincy Lattimore, who has been hitting Genomes pitchers fantastic this entire series, just hit home run number 20 of the season. And that's RBI number 74 for him on the year as well. That took one bounce and went over the trees out in left field and onto the railroad tracks. And now it's 3-2. The fortunate thing, though, for Kellogg is nobody's been aboard when these guys are able to tag some of these balls. And that's been, needless to say, a blessing that hasn't happened. And now the first pitch to Baldwin. Rodani Baldwin, ball one. No relation to Stephen or Alec Baldwin. That one up high, 2-0 the count. And that one in there, strike one, 2-1 now. Kellogg, 6.17 ERA. Strike two there. The fastball at 88 miles an hour. And a strikeout there. And look at his pace of throws. You see how quickly he threw? That was fantastic. And, you know, I don't think pitchers realize, and the pitchers are the ones who are going to be upset about the clock, I'm guessing, for the most part, that they have to pitch so fast. But it'll keep them warmer longer, and it also doesn't allow the hitters to get a breath. They have to be tensed up and ready every pitch. They can't relax. And I think that gives the pitcher the benefit there. Here's Tyler Ladendorf. 2 balls, no strikes to him, and that's exactly how he started against Baldwin, 2-0. Let's see if he comes back the same way. And strike one, and that's exactly what he did on the last batter, 2-1. Now if he gets it 2-2 here, he's right on track again. And he is. Strike two. Now a swinging strike, and this is an identical at-bat for Ladendorf and Baldwin. If he swings and misses here, it is identical to the last batter. Let's see. And it is. Look at that. That's something else. Back-to-back strikeouts, and both times they started a 2-0 count, then 2 strikes looking for both, and then both of them swung at a 5th pitch. It's almost like he's got a system here to set him up with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and then a 3rd strike. So back-to-back strikeouts, and that's 3 strikeouts on the day for Ryan Kellogg. And Tyler Ladendorf steps in, and it's 1-0. And he hits a 1-0 pitch to center. It bounces, and it's going to be playable, but he'll be on base with a single as Felix P.A., who's out in center, grabs it and tosses it on in, and Rosario grabs it. So 1 on, 2 outs. Credit Michael Martinez with a single. And that brings up the number 9 batter in the order, Logan Moore. And the first pitch to Moore is outside, ball 1. I love his pace, though, on the mound. You know, you get these pitchers, and that's why they're enacting the rule, folks. You get pitchers that will take 40 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute between pitches. And that just, they become human rain delays, and it stretches the game out so long that people get bored. And if you want a younger generation to come aboard and love baseball, you got to make it exciting. You got to adapt, and they are. And Moore pops it up and caught in fair territory by Austin Rye. Great job by Rye getting out of his stance and making the play. And that's out number 3. So they leave one stranded. We're heading to the bottom of the second. Genomes 3, Rockers 1. We'll be right back, everybody, with Genomes Baseball on the Genomes Baseball Network. Welcome back to Wild Health Field here in Lexington, Kentucky. Felix PA will lead things off. 7, 8, 9 is the batting order here in the bottom of the second. Genomes lead 3-2. First pitch to PA in there for strike one, 84-mile-an-hour pitch that time. Grandparents' Day at the ballpark. So grandparents, come on down to Wild Health Field and take in the baseball game. You found a perfect day for it because there's an overcast. It's nice and cool. It's not hot out. Wind is giving us a nice little breeze here. And PA rips that one to right. Is it going to get in there? No, it goes foul. If he straightens that out, that's a good shot of leaving the park. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the second inning here in Lexington, Kentucky at Wild Health Field. Genomes ahead of the Rockers 3-2. And PA gets a hold of this one. I don't know if it has the distance. It's going to right center field. Gone. It did. And Felix PA jacks home run number 12. And I believe that's the first home run he's hit since he's been back. Good to see him blast that one out of here. You know, it's amazing. These guys can hit these pitches like it's nothing and send them out of here. And Felix PA, 37-year-old, has been playing ball for a long time, began his major league career with the Chicago Cubs. And, boy, what a shot that was. And it's a 4-2 lead here now. PA started with the Cubs, ended up, I believe, with the Orioles, and then to the Pirates, but had a nice Major League Baseball career of his own. And strike one here to Austin Rye, the catcher. He had 2 seasons with the Cubs, 3 with the Orioles, and then a year with the Pirates, and then was injured. But he's still at it. That pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1, and that one bounces ahead of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. PA was born in La Romana, Dominican Republic. Genomes lead 4-2. This one hit. A grounder to second, picked up, fired over to first. And that is the first out as Martinez fires to Downs. And Rye grounds out. And that was a big blast for PA. That was straightaway center field. It had to be at least 420 feet plus. And here's Gavin Johns. You talk about a gentleman, man. I met this guy the other day, and I was so impressed. He hits the first pitch he sees to right, coming up to try to make the grab. Did he get it? Yes, he did. Xander Wheel able to make a sliding catch. And, boy, Johns hit that ball solidly, and if he would have just had a little less on it, I think it would have bounced in there and maybe even gotten a few extra bases out of it. But John's batting .309 on the year, so what a season he has had. He's only 25 years old. The sky is the limit for that guy. I mean, he's going to be a fantastic utility man for somebody. Here's the first pitch to Luke Becker, who went down swinging his first time up. That pitch missing as well. 2 balls and no strikes. Becker, another one of those guys that I think he's got a bright future. .299 average, 21 home runs, 86 RBIs. Becker with a 2-run blast yesterday. Thanks to Ashley Grigsby, who was on the call last night. Me and Michael Watkins and Tom Zilla split these games up that we bring to you all season long. And this year, of course, the challenge is we had double the games. And so Becker draws a walk there. But we had to split up the games because there were so many right here. And what a job by the team here, the Lexington Legends staff, who got double the work, and I don't think they got double the pay for bringing you all these games this year. And, you know, you have game day you have your game day responsibilities, but you have your regular job too. So, I mean, they're coming into work 8 to 5, whatever their hours are, and then they stick around for 5 more hours at night to bring you the product that they're working on all season long. And the only reward after the baseball season is they get a paycheck during the off season to get ready for another season. Then you have the seasonal workers that come back. So it's not easy work. And what a job by Ashley Grigsby, who actually last night wasn't even feeling well enough to do the broadcast, but sat in and marched through it as well as all three of us announcers were doing football as it starts off again. You get called in different directions. So thank you to her and Hugh Davis and Keith Hardiman and Dave Kaplan, everybody who does the stringer work. Ashley is one of those as well. So everybody wears a number of hats. But Ashley wearing the most of all of us because she's a full-time staffer here as well. Becker at first after the walk, and now 3-0 to Chris Shaw. And Shaw is going to be on board. So 8 straight pitches now out of the strike zone. And the guys that he struck out back-to-back the first inning, he has walked both back-to-back here in the third. Or in the second, excuse me, the bottom of the second. And now the catcher talking to him. There's Frank Viola coming out. The pitching coach wants to have a word with him as well. And Chris Davis, who started the hitting today for the Genomes, readies himself. Frank Viola was actually inducted into the National Italian American Sports Hall of Fame in 2004. He had a 176-150 career record with a 3.73 ERA. He did have a stint with the Cincinnati Reds, who I'm a fan of. Runners at first and second for Crush Davis. 2 on, 2 outs. From the stretch here. Here's the 0-1. And that might be gone if it stays fair and it goes foul. Wait, he said fair? No, I don't think it is, folks. And the manager out there for the Rockers chewing out Darnell Ray because he's saying, Jamie keeps saying, there's no way that was fair, and I think he's got an argument there. I don't think that was fair either. I think that went foul. It actually went in front of the pole, it looks like, and hit that chair. Let's see if we can see that replay here. And there's no camera on that angle. So the umpiring crew getting together, he's saying, hey, did you all see it? And I believe, I want the Genomes to get the win here, but I believe he's got an argument. I thought from my angle and my perspective, it looked like it went just in front of the pole and hit that chair, which it did, and it knocked the chair over back there in the storage area, which is foul. But I don't see it curving around the pole to hit that chair and knock it down. And they're going to give him the home run. My goodness. Well, a home run for Chris Davis, a 3-run home run. And that's the first home run in quite a while for Davis. So that was home run number 17 of the year. And RBIs 44, 45, and 46. Jamie Keefe still can't believe it. He's losing his mind. And now he's gone. Darnell Ray had enough, and he's sending him out of the ballpark. And he just ejected Frank Viola, I believe, as well now. So Jamie Keefe has been thrown out of the game, the manager, and he's still folding his arms, and now this is turning into something a lot bigger than what it started as, which was a questionable call on a home run. And now Frank Viola has lost his mind. He threw his clipboard, and he is running out there. Daryl Morton Jr. getting in front of him so he doesn't get right up in the face of Darnell Ray. And now you remember the Rockers had a big dust-up early in the season when they chased a managing crew right off of the field in Lancaster when they were playing the Barnstormers, and there was a questionable call at first base. And I think Jamie Keefe and Frank Viola are both gone. And, of course, DJ Picasso on top of it playing Should I Stay or Should I Go by The Clash. And how ironic, there was a clash, and now you don't get to choose should I stay or go. You have to go. So Viola headed out of here, and Jamie Keefe trying to turn over all his information and all his stuff to his bench coach, Albert Gonzalez. Yeah, they have. Both have been tossed. Jamie Keefe was tossed first. Then Frank Viola started arguing from the dugout. And Darnell Ray, he tossed Frank Viola before Viola even got out of the dugout. And so he sent them both out. And so they gave the clipboard to Albert Gonzalez, who's the bench coach. If he gets tossed, it's going to be handed to the trainer, Joe Geck. And I don't think they want to go down that path. There's a live look into the dugout there as they watch their managers leave. No, that's Viola's not. That's Viola walking. Yeah, that's Keefe. Now there's Viola there. And Frank Viola now leaving the dugout as he is headed to that Moe's Southwest Grill sign. You see the little door there. He's telling him, I got tossed. What happened? I got tossed. Davis said a home run. That guy called it. Said it was a home run. It was a foul ball. And now he's hearing the news and coming in. And that player there running onto the field, that's Giovanni Alfonso. And now Frank Viola telling him the same thing. And now he's chatting it up. Frank is with the left fielder. Now he's all the way back and all the way out. And they got to go pull this game up and watch it on YouTube like the rest of us. And he went over, and now he's leaving, and that's all for Frank Viola. So he picked up a piece of trash and then threw it to the other side of the door. That was weird. Well, the show's not over. It's just getting started, folks. That 3-run home run gives the Genomes a 7-2 lead. And here's Olmo Rosario. And we're back to baseball now as the show is over between the home plate umpire and the two managers. Frank Viola tossed from the game. Jamie Keefe tossed from the game. And this pitch here, fouled out. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Rosario, the second baseman. That pitch low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Genomes 7, Rockers 2. Rockers have hit 2 home runs. That's where their 2 runs came from. That pitch inside, and now the count full 3-2. Genomes have hit 3 home runs. Felix P.A. with a shot to center. Sierra with a shot to left, and then Chris Davis with a shot to left. That one fouled out of play. What a strange turn of events that was. And the full count payoff pitch here. Grounder to short, picked up and fired over to first, and that will end a strange but eventful inning as Uscali gives up a 3-run shot to the former Oakland A and Milwaukee Brewer Chris Davis, and it's a 7-2 Genomes lead. We're headed to the third inning, folks. Don't go anywhere. And thanks for joining us today. Dan Parrott, Colin Cropley, Blazer Bobcat, all you guys. Thanks for joining the broadcast. We'll be back with third inning action right after this. This is Genomes Baseball on the Genomes Baseball Network. First pitch to Michael Russell outside, ball one. Welcome back, everybody. Well, if you're just joining us, you missed a very eventful bottom of the second that saw Jamie Keefe and Frank Viola, the manager and the pitching coach for the Rockers, both thrown out of the game. And I would say they had a good argument as Chris Davis hit a shot to left field that looked like it went in front of the foul pole and out of bounds. And Darnell Ray saw it differently from his angle, which he has, quite honestly, a lot better angle than I do here. And he called it a home run, and that made the score 7-2. And now 2-2 here to Michael Russell, who hit a home run on the first pitch of the game today. And that pitch outside, and it's a full count to Russell now. That was home run number 8 for him on the season. But that led the manager, Jamie Keefe, to come out and argue it, and Darnell Ray had enough and sent him packing, and then Frank Viola went packing as well. Michael Russell chops it over to Johns. He throws to first. Dwayne Yes makes the catch, and that is out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down, and Ben Aklinski, the former Lexington legend, comes back to the plate. He struck out his first time up. And that pitch there missing, ball 1 to Aklinski. More fans are trickling into the game today. That's good to see, coming out to enjoy some baseball. A couple of the suites are packed today, and looks like there's people on the Pepsi party deck. That's always a good spot to catch a ball, and it comes out. Swing and a miss here. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Aklinski. You know, it was a really special moment on Friday when the Rockers came into town. Before the game started, Aklinski was over there, and one of our day workers here, Donnie, who's here for games, I should say, the game day worker, Donnie saw him, and Aklinski there at the plate, number 14, as you see. He used to be a legend, and he gave Donnie the biggest, longest hug. And it was a neat moment for the two of them. That one hit straight away center by Aklinski and gone. That is the third home run given up by Ryan Kellogg today, and that was straightaway center, and that's another one like the Felix P.A. shot that's at least 420 because that's 405 right there, and both of those cleared that center field wall with ease. So Aklinski with a home run, and it is 7-3. Boy, if we're not going to see anything else today, we're going to see runs here, folks. There's Jordan Duncan. Jordan Duncan is the food and beverage director here at the stadium, and he does a fantastic job. And that pitch there fouled out of play. 0-2 quickly here to Jerry Downs. I'm trying to find that stuff for you, and I can't find it. I think I left it at home. There's the 0-2 pitch. What a play by Samir Dueñez. We'll have to get that on replay for sure. A line drive, and Dueñez lays out for it as you watch here. The 0-2 ripped, and Dueñez dives to his right and makes the catch, and that is out number 2. Great play by Samir. So Jerry Downs has a seat. Here's Xander Wheel. Leads the team with 29 home runs. He hit into a double play his first time up. And that first pitch in there for a strike, 68 miles an hour. That pitch there bounces before it gets there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Genomes with a 7-3 lead after 2. And that one got the outside corner as well. That one's 68 as well. Xander Wheel doesn't know what to do with those 68-mile-an-hour pitches on the corner. That one upstairs, fastball at 87. Quincy Lattimore on deck. He had a home run his last time up. Here's the 2-2. He hits this one hard to right field. It's going to be off the wall there, the Casabella Pyrotechnics sign. But Sierra plays it wonderfully, throws it in. Gavin Johns covers second. And that'll just be a long single for Xander Wheel. So 1 on 2 outs for Quincy Lattimore. Quincy at home run number 20, his last time up to the plate. First one there from Kellogg is up high, ball 1. That one in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lattimore always playing in the outfield, left. Seen him in right, seen him in center field. That one in there, strike 2. He was drafted in 2007 by the Pittsburgh Pirates. He played his high school ball at Middle Creek High School in Apex, North Carolina. That ball bounces in front of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's 33 years old, 5'11", 175. He was taken by the Pirates in 2007 as a 4th-round draft pick, number 128 overall. He rips this one down the third base side, foul. Two balls, 2 strikes to Lattimore. He's been in the South Atlantic League and the Atlantic League for a number of years. Here's the 2-2. This is a chopper to Johns. He picks it up. Nobody covers second. Throws to first, and that ends the inning. But they do get a run. It's 7-3. We're headed to the bottom of the third. Genomes coming up. First pitch here, strike one to Sierra. That one outside. 1-1 strike. Sierra hit a home run to left his first time up. Good to see that. He's swinging the bat good again and in the lineup more. He's healthy. That one outside. 2-1 strike. 9-11. The Atlantic League putting up a tribute to the 21st anniversary of 9/11 on their website, and probably the darkest day that I've ever known in my 49 years here in the United States. Swing and a miss there, strike three. A day that affected people. Didn't matter what their race was, their age. Didn't matter where they lived, where they were originally from. And hard to believe it's been 21 years. So, Sierra goes down on strikes. And Samir Dueñez back to the plate. Dueñez grounded out his first time up. First pitch to him, missing ball one. Samir fouls that one off. 1-1 strike. Scores yesterday in Atlantic League. Did that Legends game ever finish, or was it canceled? It was canceled. Okay, postponed. Oh, okay, double today for them, yeah. Doubleheader. Swing and a miss. Big cut by Samir Dueñez that time. 1-2 strikes. York Revolution won 5-4 over the Crabs last night in Southern Maryland. Or that game actually in York, I think. Lancaster, a 2-0 winner over Charleston. Staten Island, 16-6 over Long Island. Gastonia and Lexington got rained out, but they're playing doubleheader today as Dueñez swings and misses, and back-to-back strikeouts here in the bottom of the third for Oscali. Felix P.A. hit a home run to straightaway center field his last time up. Can he do it again? Well, we're about to find out. Glad to see that the Rain finally made it to Eastern California where there were some fires. That is certainly a blessing out there. And what a play by the third baseman to end the inning. Fantastic job there as Jerry Downs on that ball that was popped up by PA catches it in foul territory over the shoulder. That was a fantastic defensive play, folks. That will end the third. We're headed to the fourth. It's Genomes 7, Rockers 3. We'll be back with more Genomes baseball right after this. Top of the fourth, first pitch here to Baldwin. It's going to be a short chopper over to second, and that is out number one to start the inning. Roldani Baldwin, who struck out his last time up, grounds out to second, for out number one. Welcome back to Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. A 7-3 lead here for the Genomes, which has been unfamiliar territory for the Rockers as they've led both games from start to finish and have won the first two games of this series. Going for the sweep today, but the Genomes have other plans. First pitch strike there to Tyler Ladendorf. He was struck out his first time up, and now 1-1. Ladendorf there, number 9, the shortstop for the Rockers. Most of the time it's Giovanni Alfonso. Swing and a miss there, and it's 1-2. Ladendorf on the season, .231 average with 17 home runs. One ball, two strikes. And that one a little high, and it's 2-2. Well, the rain has done a good job of staying away from us here at the ballpark anyway. That ball low and in the dirt. Full count now to Ladendorf, 3-2. And that pitch low as well, and that's a walk, and I believe the first walk that Kellogg has thrown today. Three strikeouts to one walk so far for Kellogg. The big 6'6" left-hander. Bats right, though. That's what's interesting about him. My 7-year-old is the opposite. He bats left and throws right. And that one hit straight away center field. Felix P.A. going back. And off the wall, the great clip sign. PA throws it in. Ladendorf comes all the way around from first to score on the RBI double by Michael Martinez, and it's 7-4 now here in the fourth inning. As you watch that replay, it hits that Great Clips green sign and straightaway center field. And Martinez with a stand-up double, and now Logan Moore, who popped out to Austin Rye his last time up, back at the plate. And that pitch in there for strike one. No balls, one strike, one out here. And that pitch on the outside corner misses, 1-1 the count. Kellogg mixing up his pitches, though. He's done a great job of that. You'll see a changeup, a slider, a curve, a fastball, a breaking ball. And that one, fastball, misses low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Logan Moore, just a recent signing, no batting average to speak of. Not enough trips to the plate. Johns, ready to pick him off back there, and I think they had a shot at it. As Gavin Johns made a great effort there and had Martinez off balance. And that one got the outside corner as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And I think they had Martinez sleeping there for a second, Ashley. It looked like they were going to get him. Here's a 2-2. And got him looking. Strike 3 called. And Logan Moore will have a seat, and that is strikeout number 4 of the afternoon here for Ryan Kellogg. 4 strikeouts to 1 walk. And now the top of the order, and Michael Russell comes to the plate. And Russell hit a home run his first appearance to the plate, then grounded out to short. 281 average on the season, 8 homers, 48 RBIs. And swing and a miss here, or got a little bit of it anyway, fouled it out. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1, Martinez at second. That one up high, 1-1. Johns and Rosario doing a good job of creeping back behind Martinez to keep him off balance. Becker's got to stay alert down there at third in case he goes. Rye can't see it very well because you got a batter on top of the plate there, and Russell. It's hard for a catcher to watch or to see a runner from second going to third, especially where to throw it to. Here's a 2-1. Outside, 3-1 now. And now the 3-1 to Russell. And he chops that one down the third base side foul in a full count. First day of NFL. Today, the National Football League off and running. Here's the payoff pitch from Kellogg. That one chopped foul as well down the third base side. And the count stays full, 3-2, 2 outs. Beniklinski in the on-deck circle. 3-2, 2 outs. Top of the fourth here in Lexington at Wild Hill Field. Genomes up 7-4. Here's the payoff from Kellogg. He kicks, fires. And that one's hit to center field. PA charges it and makes a grab, and that'll end the inning. They'll leave one stranded. Genomes 7, Rockers 4. We'll be back right after this with more Genomes baseball. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Welcome back to Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. 77 and overcast here in Lexington as Austin Rye steps back to the plate for the second time tonight. He grounded out to second his first time up. Strike one to him. Ascali on the mound. Neil Ascali, number 32 there on your screen, the California native. That pitch outside, 1-1. Ascali with 4 strikeouts tonight, or this afternoon, as his co-part, Ryan Kellogg, his counterpart, I should say, with 4 as well. Swing and a miss there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Both of them with 4 strikeouts, both of them with 1 walk. But the Genomes lead 7-4 here. And strike 3 called by Darnell Ray. And that's strikeout number 5 for Ascali. And that brings Gavin Johns back to the plate. Johns hit a liner to right that was caught on a sliding grab by the right fielder out there, Xander Wheel. And he rips the first pitch he sees again. This one drops in for a base hit in right field. In right field. So he's 1 for 2 tonight. Tell you what, I like that kid's game. I sure hope that he sticks around in Lexington, because he is a ball player, folks. And here's another one right here. That's a good 1-2 punch with those two right there. In the middle of that lineup, too, you got Paredes when he's playing. Hope he sticks around. First pitch here upstairs to Becker, ball 1. Becker has struck out and walked today. That pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Luke Becker. And he rips this one into right field foul. Just went foul, folks. By the hair of his chinny chin. 1 ball, 2 strikes. to Luke Becker. Throw over to Johns now to see if they're going to try to get him, and he gets back in plenty of time. Johns with about 200 appearances this year at the plate, about 205 actually. Becker hits a single straight into center field. Johns rounds second, but he'll stay put. And back-to-back singles here for the Genomes. And now runners at first and second for Chris Shaw, the left fielder, to see if he can do anything to bring them in and extend this Genomes lead here. On the season, as far as stolen bases go, Gavin Johns has attempted 19 times, has stolen 16 bases. He's only been caught 3 times. Becker, 12 stolen bases, has been caught 6 times. Or 18 attempts, I should say. 12 times he reached, 6 times he did not. Swing and a miss by Shaw. And I guess I'm saying that because I like to see the double steal here from him. You got 2 guys that can steal the base. Here's the 0-1. Shaw fouls that back. It's 0-2. Shaw, like Becker, has struck out once and walked once today. Swing and a miss there, and that is the second time that Shaw will go down on strikes today. And here's Chris Davis. He has doubled and hit a home run today. He's 2 for 2 with a double and a homer. A 3-run shot to left, which upset Jamie McKeith, the manager, and he eventually was thrown out, him and Frank Viola, because they thought it was foul. First pitch here outside, ball 1. Darnell Ray thought different. He called it a home run. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 4th. And this one fouled out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Great team of staffers here in Lexington have brought you double the number of baseball games this year because the Genomes and Legends have shared the field. But that has also stretched that staff thin, and they've taken on double duty and put in a lot more hours at the ballpark. But they continuously do a great job to bring a great product to the fans here in Central Kentucky, and their efforts are appreciated by many, and hopefully they hear that. And if they don't, I'm here to say great job to all of them. That one outside. 3-1. People like Ashley Grigsby sitting to my left. Jordan Duncan, their food and beverage guy. Drew Fagler. Robbie, was it Blakeford? Is that right? Drakeford. Michael Allison. Andy Shea is always here. The club owner, the president, is always here for both teams. All of these guys I'm naming are here for every game for both teams. Will Painter, who pulls a lot of double duties like so many of these players. And now a walk to Chris Davis loads the bases. So it's not just the players on the field. The players on the field, they get the cameras on them and the attention and sign the autographs, but all the work behind the scenes comes from those people that I just named. I am not one of those people. I'm a game day operation person, but I have so much respect for everybody here that is putting in all the hours that they are. All just to bring this product to you. Bases loaded. Almo Rosario at the plate. First pitch, strike 1. Changeup fooled him there, 79 miles an hour. 3 on for Rosario. Can he extend this lead? That pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Rosario fouls that one. Fouls that one off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It is Grandparents' Day at the ballpark. Here's the 1-2. Rosario chops it to third. Picked up, fired over to second. They get the force out. That ends the inning. 3 stranded. We're headed to the 5th inning, folks. It's Genomes 7, Rockers 4. This is Genomes Baseball on the Genomes Baseball Network. Be right back, everybody. Top of the 5th inning, 7-4 Genomes. Ben Aklinski will lead things off for the Rockers. First pitch to him, missing, ball 1. This is Aklinski's 3rd trip to the plate today. He struck out and he hit a home run. And that one in there. 1-1. One and 2 the count. And now strike 3 called on a 1-2. And he watched that one go by, and that is strikeout number 5 for Ryan Kellogg. So 1 out, top of the 5th. Kellogg has settled in nicely after giving up some solo home runs. Both teams with 7 hits. Genomes able to have 7 runs out of those 7 hits. This one chopped to second base, picked up by Rosario, fires to Dueñez, and they get Downs, and that's out number 2. And Downs is now 1 for 3 after the ground out to second, as you watch the replay here by Judith Drake. And now Xander Wheel steps back in. First pitch to the right fielder. Missing. Ball one. That was only 67 miles an hour. That gives me hope that maybe I could hit it. And then my hope was taken away with that pitch at 88. 2 balls, no strikes. That pitch in there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Steelers leading the Bengals that game in the fourth quarter, 20-14 Steelers. Bears now on top of the 49ers, 13-10 in the fourth. Lions 21, Eagles 31 in the third. Right back to Kellogg. He snaps that one out of the air, and that is 3 up, 3 down. An easy inning here in the top of the fifth for Ryan Kellogg. We're headed to the bottom of the fifth. Genomes ahead, 7-4. They're coming up to bat right after this. Moises Sierra steps in, and the first pitch to him, ball 1. Sierra today home run to left and struck out. And he rips this one foul, but boy, was that a nice cut there from Sierra. Browns 20-7 over the Panthers. That one in the fourth as well. And that one ripped foul. And now it's 1-2 to Sierra. Jacoby Brissett is the quarterback for the Browns this year. That'll be interesting to see how that works out. There's a 1-2 to Sierra. And that one outside. 2-2. Want to thank all of you for joining Wild Health Genomes Baseball here. No matter where you are watching, we hope you're having a great day today and you're able to kick back and watch the game and relax. Full count here as that one misses 3-2. Rockers have won the first 2 games of this series. The Genomes hoping to avoid a sweep today. And that pitch there, missing, and now Sierra will draw a walk that time as Scully will walk off the mound. I think he thought he had a strike 3 call but didn't get it. And with that walk, Samir Duenas comes up. Samir struck out his last time he faced Scully. Strike one to Dueñas. Both of these pitchers are doing an outstanding job with their pace of play today, Hugh. Did you notice that? Both pitchers get on the mound, they start pitching. And they don't stop pitching until the at-bat is over. And that is the very rule that they are voting on today in Major League Baseball, that pitchers will have 15 seconds between pitches to throw and 20 seconds between pitches if there are runners on base. And that is an attempt to speed the game up and make it more exciting for the fans. 2 balls, 1 strike to Samir Dueñas. This one popped into the sky. And the second baseman there. Was he able to catch it? Yeah, he made the catch. And Samir pops out to second. That's out number 2. Excuse me, out number 1. But that, that's something, Ashley, that was overdue. They needed to speed the game up. It's been there's too many games that go too long. And in this day and age, when you have kids that are on Instagram and TikTok and they're used to 10 and 15-second increments of time, it makes sense to speed the game up to keep their attention a little better. First pitch here to Felix PA inside, ball 1. Everybody's used to those 10 and 15 and 20-second increments, especially the younger generation with, the TikTok and Instagram and all the stuff they watch constantly. You come to a baseball game and you'll see, 25 to 35% of the kids here with their heads straight down into that phone for most of the game, unless the crowd makes noise, and then they pull their head up to see what everybody's looking at. And that's a foul ball, broken bat there for Felix PA. And then they'll lift their head up to hear or look for what all the commotion is, and so it just makes sense to speed the game up. So that rule will go into effect in Major League Baseball next year, as well as the shift rule. They're going to change that to where the defense is either going to not be able to shift at all, or they can only shift so much. And I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. But I love the speeding the game up rule with the pitchers having so many seconds between pitches. I think that'll make a huge difference, because you've got pitchers in the major leagues today and in the minors that are human rain delays, right? They take a minute between pitches, and that makes the game go 4 hours for a 9-inning game. That's crazy. Nobody wants to sit for 4 hours and watch a guy who takes a minute between pitches. And I love the pace that Neil Yascali has today. That guy right there on the mound, him and Kellogg. They pitch. That hit by PA to right field, and it's not going to drop in the fair territory. It's foul. They get on the mound, they pitch, they wait a few seconds, they get the new signal, and they pitch again. They don't, take all the time in the world between pitches. And I think that definitely keeps people's interest. Because I've heard people say, baseball's too slow for me. I've never heard anybody say, oh, it's too fast. This one hit hard by PA. Right field, going back to the warning track. The catch made right in front of the First Guard Fence Company sign by the center fielder. And that was a good play by the former legend, Ben Aklinski, for out number 2. And now here's the Genomes catcher, Austin Rye, spelled R-I-E. Austin Rye with 2 outs and 1 on. Genomes lead 7-4. Both pitchers have made it to the 5th here, and assuming that Yascali finishes this inning, both teams will keep their designated hitter. Since both pitchers make it, both teams get to keep their DH. That pitch high and inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Legends come back to town on Tuesday. Strike one there. Legends come into town Tuesday for a 3-game series to face the Charleston Dirty Birds. Genomes hit the road. Yeah, Gastonia next, does that sound right? Seven-4 lead here. 1 on, 2 outs. Here's the 2-2 to Rye. Pitch is low, full count. Runner's going to go on this one here. Chopper up the middle. Both of them go after it. He's safe at second, but he's caught up now between second and third. And now they're chasing him down. Are they going to get him? They do, and that'll end the inning. So just a little mistake of overrunning the base there. And that will be the final out. Michael Martinez got caught up between bases, and they track him down and tag him out. We're headed to the 6th, or we're headed to the bottom of the 5th here, folks. No, excuse me, we're headed to the 6th. This is Genomes Baseball on the Genomes Baseball Network. Welcome back to Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky. A 7-4 Genomes lead here as we start the 6th inning. And Quincy Lattimore is the DH. And he hits the first pitch he sees right back to Kellogg, who grabs it, runs over to first, and throws a little underhand toss to Samir Dueñas for out number 1. That's just the way you want it, too, if you're Kellogg. 1 pitch, 1 hit, 1 out. And here is Roldania Baldwin. Roldania, I hope I'm not messing your name up terribly. 278 hitter, 6 home runs, 18 RBIs. And for a guy who's batting 278, he gets on base a lot. As his OPS is 1,000. Speaking of 1,000, today's attendance for this titanic struggle between the Genomes and the Rockers, 1,000. Official attendance, 990. We'll round that up. Official attendance between the Kentucky Wild Health Genomes and the High Point Rockers today, 990 on Grandparents' Day. That pitch there, chopped over to short. Johns picks it up, fires to Dueñas, out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th inning. First pitch here, strike 1. Single, short, third. Right. You were correcting me, Hugh. I got you. I'm used to that. That pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Leidendorf. Tyler Leidendorf, 231 average, 17 home runs, 48 RBIs, a 735 OPS. That pitch outside, 2-1. Had the mic turned off there. I was talking to Hugh Davis about one of the players and the stats, but here I thought I was trying to help Hugh because Hugh told me something wrong, but he wasn't telling me anything wrong. He was right as usual. That ball hit into right field, bouncing off the CHI St. Joseph Health sign for a single. And Leidendorf gets on board with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Both teams now with 8 hits on the day. And that's the first hit of the day for Tyler Leidendorf. Before that, he had struck out and walked. And now Michael Martinez, who's been seeing the ball great today, comes to the plate. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. First pitch to him there, strike 1. Very fortunate. It looked like in the weather it was going to rain, but it's held off, and that ball hit into left field. And that's going to be extra bases for Martinez. And coming all the way around to score is Leidendorf. The throw to the plate, nothing. And in there sliding with a triple, but he's tagged out, was Martinez. And what a play that was as they missed the tag at home, but the throw by Rye down to third base to Becker, and they get Martinez trying to stretch that double into a triple. And that will end the inning. 7-5 is the score. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. It's still Genomes, folks. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Wild Hill Field here in Lexington, Kentucky, as it is Sunday, September 11th, the 21st anniversary of 9/11, and thoughts and prayers to not only those victims' families and the victims themselves, but to anyone whose life was altered that day and what turned out to be a horrible day for America. Gavin Johns stepping in, first pitch missing, ball one. New pitcher on the mound for the Rockers, that's Junior Rincon. He throws pretty hard, folks. He's from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Played in the AAA Braves system, throws in the low 90s with his fastball. Johns, by average, the top batter on this team. He's batting .311 with a home run and 27 RBIs in 53 games and just over 200 plate appearances. And he hits this ball, and he runs down the line. Are they going to get him? A barehanding and missing the throw there. Johns turns towards second now, turns back towards first, and gets back to the bag in time. And, boy, what a strange play that was. After Johns rounds the base, he's headed to second. But the second baseman, Martinez, got to the ball a lot faster than he thought he would, so he turns back to first. Then Martinez alters his throw to try and get Johns, and not able to do it, and Johns gets back safely. And that, if you watch the replay here, that is a testament to the athleticism of not just Martinez, but to Johns. So watch Johns. He turns, and he's like, oh, Martinez got it. Now he turns back, and now he sees it's coming, and he dives in there to first. So Gavin Johns, that's his second hit of the day, and he's on safely, and here's Luke Becker. As Judith Drake and Adam Marson, our technical directors, give you that picture-in-picture shot there you see. One on here in the bottom of the sixth, nobody out. Here's the 1-0. Rincon fires. And that one gets the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cleveland's playing Jacksonville today, and the Panthers quarterback is none other than Baker Mayfield. And that's going to be strange for Baker to be playing against his former team. Rincon throws over to first. Mayfield threw a 75-yard touchdown pass just a moment ago, and now the Panthers have come all the way back from being down 20-7. At one point, 23-7, and now it's 23-21 with 6 minutes left. Could you imagine they get rid of Baker Mayfield, and the first game of the season they play the team he goes to and lose to the guy they traded? Mayfield 13-24 today, 191 yards. And the guy they replaced him with is 12-25, 112 yards. Another throw by Rincon over to first. 2 balls, 1 strike. Johns gets back in plenty of time. Rincon from the stretch, looks again, now fires over to first again. Very light drizzle here in Lexington. A little bit of drizzle, but not here at the ballpark. All the rain has stayed away from the ballpark tonight. Oh, it is. Is there drizzle out there? I don't see it. You guys see drizzle? Pass ball there. Gavin Johns will make his way to second on that pass ball. Do you have drizzle? Huh. Well, I can't see any, but there is a rain cloud headed our way, and that's a biggie. Right there. Look at that. It's coming. And that one may or may not get us, actually. Yeah, it's going to get us a little, right? Nope. That one's going to miss us. At least that's what the phone says. It's amazing. We're all walking around these things, and the amount of information you can pull off of this is unbelievable. That ball fouled out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Luke Becker. The switch hitting Becker. Big shout out to EKU with their win. EKU beat Bowling Green out of Bowling Green, Ohio. The FBS team goes down to the FCS. EKU and Jason Woodside, the defensive back for EKU back in the day, I know he was happy. Strike three, Becker swings and misses on that pitch, 85 miles an hour. That's the first out. But Jason Woodside, the former defensive back for EKU, his son is actually Logan Woodside, the backup quarterback for the Tennessee Titans. So the apple does not fall far from the tree. Although in their prime, it'd be interesting to see if he could cover the receivers that his son throws to. So big shout out to the Woodside family. And all the best wishes and prayers with Logan this year as a member of the Titans. First pitch here to Shaw. Hits straight away left field, coming up and making the grab for the out. And that is out number 2 was Baldwin. So John's at second, 2 outs. And now it comes down to Chris Davis, the former Brewer in Oakland A, who was the home run champion. In 2018, he hit 48 home runs in the major leagues, and now he's a Genome, and he's got a runner on second with 2 outs. And a 2-run lead for the Genomes today, which has been unfamiliar territory in this series as the Rockers have swept the first 2 games and hoping to get that 3rd game today. Junior Rincon, there's a good look at him on the mound there. And Davis hits this one to center field, not deep enough. And sliding over is Aklinski. He makes the grab, and that is it. The Genomes leave John stranded out at second. And after 6 innings, Genomes still with a 2-run lead, 7-5. We're headed to the 7th, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with more Genomes baseball right after this. Top of the 7th here, Genomes lead 7-5. Rockers at the plate and Logan Moore, the catcher. First pitch there is a strike. Josh Martin, the new pitcher on the mound for the Genomes. This pitch here fouled off. And quickly, Logan Moore in the hole, 0-2. That pitch gets away from Rye. One ball, two strikes here. And that pitch is going to ring up more. Strike three called, and for the second time in as many at-bats, he goes down looking at a third strike. And the top of the order once again as Michael Russell comes up to the plate for his fourth trip. He is 1 for 3 today with a solo home run. That was the first pitch of the game from Ryan Kellogg. Strike one there. The very first pitch of the game, a swing by Russell, took that ball over the left field wall. Russell had a nice 10-year Major League Baseball career, so he's not just some dude. He's a Major League Baseball veteran at the plate right now. You can close the book on Ryan Kellogg. 6 innings pitched. 5 runs on 9 hits. Swing and a miss there by Russell, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes, and now the rain's starting to come down here. So it is raining now here in Lexington, and my theory that the rain would miss us is 100% incorrect. That ball fouled out of play. And there's Grandma on Grandparents' Day sitting there with her umbrella open, but look at her. She's toughing it out. She says, hey, I'm not going nowhere. I've got an umbrella. I'll just open it up, and I'll stay right here. Watch this game. Here's the 1-2. And he fouls that one. That pitch there misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Russell. 280 batter on the season, the leadoff batter. 8 home runs. Hit number 8 here in the first. 48 RBIs. And that pitch low and away. And the count now full 3-2 to Michael Russell. 1 out. Full count. Josh Martin on the mound, the big right-hander. Throws that fastball around 93, 94 when he gets it going. And that changeup there is hit to straightaway center. PA goes back and makes a very routine grab on a ball that probably was not very routine. But that is out number 2. And Ben Aklinski, the former Lexington legend, makes his 4th trip to the plate. He has also hit a home run today. First pitch here, chopped over to third, picked up, fired to first. Did they get him? Yeah, they got him. And Becker's throw to Samir Duenas will end the inning. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Do it at home, folks. We're going to do it here with you. This is Genomes Baseball. They lead 7-5. We'll be right back right after this. So light drizzle coming down here in Lexington, Kentucky as we begin the bottom of the 7th inning here. Between the Genomes and the High Point Rockers. Rockers leading that wild card race by 6.5 games. Genomes trying to fight their way back into it with 8 games remaining on the season for them. Strike one here. Olmo Rosario. Bottom of the 7th. 1 ball, 1 strike to Rosario as the Genomes have led since the end of the first. Here's the 1-1. And Rosario chops this one foul, strike 2. New pitcher on the mound, that's number 34, Bryce Hensley. Hensley played his college ball at UNC Greensboro. 6'4", 220. Here's the 1-2. And that one's low. Did he go around? No, he didn't. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rosario today is 1 for 3. He singled to right, grounded out to short, and grounded to third. And he hits this one up the middle for a base hit. And that's 2 for 4, and 1 on now with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Moises Sierra coming back to the plate. Sierra, last team he played for in the majors, I believe, was the Washington Nationals. This guy loves playing baseball, man. He's like Brandon Phillips. He's always got a smile, always playing around out there. First pitch to him, fastball, misses. 290 average on the season for Moises. 8 homers, 42 RBIs. He hit a home run in the first inning, or second inning, excuse me, I believe. No, it was the first inning, I believe. He hits that one into left field for a base hit. And now runners at first and second. As the Genomes have 2 aboard and nobody out here, and hope to extend that 7-5 lead into something bigger here in the bottom of the 7th, in a series that has not had many bright spots for the Genomes. They've led the whole way today after their first at bat and are looking to salvage this game, as this could be the 3-game sweep for the Rockers, or the Genomes somehow get a win here today and will put a losing streak to an end. And that first pitch to Dueñas down low, ball 1. And that pitch in the dirt. Both runners stay where they are. Genomes head to Staten Island when this game is over. And the Dirty Birds come to Lexington. Genomes will be at Staten Island for a 3-game series beginning Tuesday. That pitch hit hard by Samir Dueñas to center field, but right there, making the catch is Aklinski. Both runners tag up. They miss the throw at second, and that's going to allow Rosario to come to score, and Sierra is safe at third. So a Samir Dueñas routine fly ball is caught by Aklinski. Now here, tagging up is Rosario. The throw comes in. The cutoff man grabs it, tries to throw out Sierra going to second, and misses the second baseman, Martinez. That allows Rosario to score, and Sierra goes to third. So with 1 out, it's an 8-5 Genomes lead. And this pitch here is smacked into right field by Felix Pie for a single, and that brings another run in, and it's 9-5 Genomes. So the Genomes bats have woken up, and hopefully this 5-game losing streak will be coming to an end here and a few short innings. So a 9-5 score with one out now, and nobody other than the fly ball, nobody out. Felix P.A. at first. And that pitch, ball one. So runner at first, one out. And it's 9-5, Genomes lead here in the bottom of the seventh. That's a strike there. So a runner at first, one out. And that pitch is low. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that one missing. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out. Runner at first. No runner at third. Just a runner at first. Here's the 3-1 to Rye by Hensley. Swing and a miss. And now the count full 3-2. Full count. Here's the payoff. And the catcher, Austin Rye, will stay alive and fouls that one off. The Rockers are on a 4-game winning streak. Gastonia on a 4-game winning streak. The Genomes on a 5-game losing streak. And this one hit by Rye to third. Picked up, fired to second, over to first. He's going to be safe there, but they get the force out at second. And that's out number 2 as Felix P.A. is forced out. And now Gavin Johns comes to the plate with a runner at first and 2 outs. Here's the first pitch to John, swing and a miss. Gets away from the catcher, and that'll allow Rye to get to second base. So now a runner in scoring position in an inning where the Genomes have already put 2 more runs on the board and extended their lead to 4 runs. Have a chance to put another run on the board now with Gavin Johns at the plate and a runner at second. Here's the 0-1. And Johns hits it up the middle. And they may get him as he hustles down the line. They're able to get him out, and that's the first time they were able to get Johns out today other than his first fly ball. He's going to be 2 for 4 now. But that ends the 7th. We're headed to the 8th. Genomes 9, Rockers 5. This is Genomes Baseball. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back to Wild Health Field here in Lexington, Kentucky. We are ready to begin the 8th inning here. And Jerry Downs will step in for the Rockers. They trail 9-5. Diogenes Almango. First pitch from him, strike one. Bears beat the 49ers today in their opener 19-10. Dolphins win 20-7 over the Patriots. That pitch from Almango outside. 1-1 strike to Downs. Boy, these are some tight games today, though, in the NFL. Browns and Panthers. 26-24 Browns. Panthers ball, 8 seconds. Steelers and Bengals tied up in overtime at 20. That one fouled off. 1-2 strikes to Downs now. The Colts and the Texans are in overtime. Eagles with a 3-point lead on the Lions with a minute to go. 1-2 strikes. Almango from the stretch. Kicks and throws. Swing and a miss. And strike 3 there, and that's out number 1 for the Rockers here in the top of the 8th. And now Xander Wheel coming up to the plate. 29 homers, 92 RBIs on the season for him. That puts him amongst the league leaders with 29 home runs. He's in 3rd place. Courtney Hawkins with 44 home runs. That one hit straight away center, going to right center towards the wall, and gone. Home run number 30 for Xander Wheel on the season, and RBI number 93, and that home run puts him in 2nd place with Franco from York. And I believe Franco's not even playing now. I think he's out of the league as he has moved on. So it's Hawkins and then Xander Wheel and Franco in 2nd. And that RBI for him puts him 3 closer to 3rd place in the league lead. 9-6, 1 out, top of the 8th. And this pitch here low, ball 1. Quincy Lattimore, swing and a miss there. 1-1 strike to Lattimore. New Orleans Saints beat the Falcons. One and one here to Lattimore. That pitch is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here, I'll tell you here in a second. Yeah, it's 1-1. Swing and a miss there. Full count here now. Full count, 1 out. And this one hit to straightaway center, but it's not going to have the distance. A running grab by PA. And that's out number 2. Rodani Baldwin coming up. 273, 6 home runs, 18 RBIs. First pitch here, strike 1 to Baldwin. Here's the 0-1. That one in there, strike 2 now. 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that one's going to be inside, 1-2. Now the board says 2-1. I thought his first pitch was a strike there. If I'm telling you wrong, I apologize. But I'm going to go with what that board says. Maybe it's 2-1 here. Here's the 2-1. That one fouled off, and now it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Thanks for joining us, everybody, no matter where you are watching the game, whether it's on YouTube Live, whether you're watching it on one of the apps, or maybe listening to it in your radio or car or wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in to Genomes and Rockers Baseball. We don't care if you're a Rockers fan or a Genomes fan. We just appreciate you supporting and tuning in and watching Atlantic League Baseball. Strike 3, and Baldwin goes down swinging, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th. The Genomes on top here, 9-6. We'll be back with more Genomes Baseball right after this. Bottom of the 8th inning, Luke Becker will lead things off. Welcome back, everybody, to Genomes Baseball here at Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm Steve Tressler. Swing and a miss to Becker on that first pitch there, strike 1. Rockers pitcher on the mound is Bryce Hensley, the left-hander. Or actually, it's not Hensley now. Who is that now? Okay, so the new pitcher on the mound is Ryan Dull. That one fouled out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Dull is the right-hander. He's 5'9", 175. He used to play with the Blue Jays in Major League Baseball, so he has been to the show. No balls, 2 strikes. That one chopped foul, and he stays alive. One ball, 2 strikes here. And check swing. Becker didn't go around. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a good look there. Dull. Former Toronto Blue Jay. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss by Becker, and he'll strike out on that pitch there. But Becker has not had a bad series in spite of the back-to-back losses. A 300 batter on the season, 21 home runs and 86 RBIs. He has been Mr. Production for this team all year long. Chris Shaw stepping in. Chris Shaw this year, 269 average. Swings at the first pitch he sees here. That one goes straight up into the air, sky high, and caught by the shortstop there, Leidendorf. And actually, that was the third baseman. They had the shift on, so that third baseman there was Russell, and he was basically standing where the shortstop was. And Shaw goes down on the foul, or the pop-up, I should say, not foul, but the pop-up to third base, and he will remain hitless today. And Chris Davis stepping in. Davis today has done some damage. First pitch to Davis is outside, ball one. He's had a double and a home run. He has walked, but he is 2 for 3 on the day. 17 home runs on the season, 946 OPS. And that one in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chargers and Raiders underway. That game in Inglewood, California today. That one fouled out of play by Davis. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 4:25, 4:30 NFL games are underway. And Davis hits this one, a grounder to short, picked up, fired over to first. And it's 3 up, 3 down. We're headed to the 9th. Rockers coming up for their last chance. We'll be back with the conclusion right after this. This is Genomes Baseball on the Genomes Baseball Network, everybody. Welcome back to Wild Health Field here in Lexington, Kentucky, everybody. I'm Steve Tressler, and we are just about ready for the final inning here. Possibly, right? You never know what's going to happen, but possibly the final inning. And for those of you that are still tuned in with us, here's some scores from the NFL. Eagles 38-35 over the Lions. 49ers lose to the Bears 19-10. Steelers and Bengals, that game's still in overtime. 2 minutes left. Steelers ball, 4th and 4 at the Cincinnati 37. The Browns just get by the Panthers, 26-24. Dolphins beat the Patriots 20-7. Saints 27. Falcons 26. That's a close one. Commanders 28-22 over the Jags. The Ravens 24, Jets 9. Colts and Texans in overtime 20-20. 20, the score there, just like the Steelers-Bengals score 2020. And that is it for finals. Robbie Ross on the mound for the Genomes. First pitch there, outside, ball one, as he'll face the shortstop Tyler Ladendorf. He replaces Diogenes Almango. Ross does. Swing and a miss there. 1 ball, 1 strike. And we have a lot of you still watching and ready for the end of this game. And the Rockers head out of here after this game is over. And so do the Genomes. They're both heading out. Genomes headed to Staten Island. Ooh, that ball got behind Robbie. Robbie Ross actually threw behind Tyler Ladendorf. 2 balls, 1 strike. He didn't hit him. No damage there. And I don't think Tyler thought it was deliberate. Ross immediately looked at his hand like, what in the world? Two balls, 1 strike. Ross looks in for the sign. Ross had a good career in the major leagues. That pitch there, and there for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a good look at Robbie Ross Jr. right there, a product here of Lexington, Kentucky. Grew up here and played baseball around the area and was a pitcher at Lexington Christian Academy. And then did not go to college, went straight to pros. Strike 3 there. Ross gets a strikeout on Ladendorf. That's out number 1 here in the 9th. Of course, now Ross was a pitcher with the Rangers for the first 3 years of his career, 2012, 13, and 14, and then was traded to the Red Sox. And he lives here in town now. One out. First pitch here, hit into right field for Baldwin for a base hit. And Baldwin gets aboard with 1 out. So that wasn't Baldwin, my apologies, folks. That was actually Michael Martinez. So 1 out. Popped up into the sky, right field, and settling underneath it and making the catch for out number 2 is Moises Sierra. One on 2 outs. And Logan Moore stepping back in. And actually Michael Russell stepping back in. Moore just popped out to right field. Russell hit a home run today, his first at bat. That was his 8th home run of the season. And that pitch there smacked a straightaway center running and almost making the grab as PA. He dives for it, or actually falls to the ground after he tried to get it. 1 run will score and a stand-up double for Russell here. You can't fault the effort by PA. He was on the run, threw his glove up at it to catch it, couldn't make the catch, and fell to the ground, got to his feet, and threw it back in. By that time, Russell had made it to second, and Martinez had scored. And it's a 9-6 score with 2 outs. And the Rockers are not going to go away quietly. They are still in here trying to fight this thing out for the win. They want the sweep. The Genomes are not wanting to allow that. And a broken bat, chopper to third. Melbauer picks it up, fires to first, and they got him. And the Genomes have avoided the sweep here with a 9-7 win. Final numbers, 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Rockers. 9 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for the Genomes. Final score, 9-7. Kentucky Wild Health Genomes. They break that 5-game losing streak with that win there. Rockers are packing up and heading out. Genomes as well. They're going to Staten Island For a 3-game series, Lexington Legends come home on Tuesday to host the Dirty Birds for a 3-game series. I'll be here bringing that game to you. First pitch 6:35 from here in Lexington. We appreciate you guys joining us. Great team brought you the game today. As per usual, Will Painter was our public address announcer. The DJ was DJ Picasso, a.k.a. Will Painter. Logan Weiler on the video board. Judith Drake was our technical director. Adam Morrison assisted. Hugh Davis was the official scorer. Ashley Grigsby was the Major League Baseball stringer here today. Final once again, Genomes 9, Rockers 7. That's the end of this game, folks, and that's all for this time. Until next time, have a great time, everybody. That's it. We'll see you Tuesday. Go Genomes.